Today's hearing is focused on the United States Department of Transportation's Disadvantaged Business Enterprise Program, DBE program for short. It's an essential program that seeks to remedy discrimination and its effects on women, minority-owned businesses as they compete for federally assisted transportation contracts. It seeks to ensure all businesses can compete for federal transportation dollars on a level playing field. I'm proud to follow in the footsteps of my friend, former chairman of this committee, Jim Oberstar. There's Jim right there, who was the last chairman to convene a hearing on this subject 11 years ago in 2009. I'm also disturbed that in the 11 years since that hearing, discrimination has continued to plague women and minorities in this country and in the transportation sector. Discrimination is still terribly real in America. And if the events of 2020 have not proven that convincingly enough, I'm confident the overwhelming evidence we've examined for this hearing will at least shut the door on the question as it relates to federally assisted transportation projects. Our committee planned to hold this hearing more than 5 months ago, but our plans were delayed by the rapid spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. Sadly, the continuing pandemic only underscores the need for this hearing and for the DBE program. It's increasingly clear minority communities and minority-owned businesses have been disproportionately devastated by the virus. Almost 2 months ago, during debate before the passage of H.R. 2 on the House floor, I submitted 30 high-quality disparity studies into the congressional record, including many hundreds of pages of rigorous empirical evidence testifying to the reality of discrimination and its effects on the transportation sector. Today, I ask unanimous consent to insert into this committee's record an additional 10 studies for a total of 40 studies, only a sampling of the mountain of evidence this committee has seen over the years testifying to the reality of discrimination in the transportation sector. I have repeatedly, without objection, so ordered. I have repeatedly pointed to these disparity studies to demonstrate the reality of discrimination and its effects, but it's equally important to note that our committee has received qualitative evidence of discrimination as well. Letters from DBE certified business owners and other stakeholders from across the country have come to this committee in the last few months, testifying to the importance of the program and to the reality of discrimination faced by women, minority business owners. Some of those business owners and stakeholders are before us virtually today to share their stories, and I thank them for their testimony. The DBE program has been narrowly constructed to combat the discrimination laid out in the evidence from across this country. It is not a perfect program. I'm sure we'll hear more about that today, but I believe it is an essential program if we want to ensure a level playing field for all American businesses wishing to compete for federal transportation dollars. Once again, I want to thank all the witnesses for taking the time to be with us today, particularly in this rather awkward virtual format. This is a profoundly important topic, and I look forward to hearing your testimony. With that, I would recognize the ranking member, Sam Graves, for an opening statement.
Thank you, Chairman DeFazio.